What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Okay, now today we are going to inspect and we're going to clean Glock 19. It's a Glock 19 Gen 5. Remember from the last videos where I broke down the Glock 17, the Glock 19, the Glock 26. Pretty much every Glock, they get broken down the same way. So the Glock that we're going to be dealing with today is a Glock 19. And just let you know, so all the weapons are free and clear. All right. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to be dealing with the Glock 19 today, and we are going to already have it broken apart, already taken apart, field stripped in the 4 different pieces: the frame, the guide spring, the barrel, muzzle, and chamber component, and then the slide. So we're going to do a quick clean, quick inspection, and we're going to go ahead and knock this out and show you guys how you're supposed to do it. For better cleaning, though, you want to spend more time cleaning the weapon and get more into cracks and details. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the quick way how to do it and the things that you need to look for and what to go over when cleaning and inspecting the weapon. So let's get into it. Hey, what's going on? So what we have and what we're going to do today is we are going to inspect and clean a standard Glock 19 Gen 5 firearm. This is already disassembled, but you'll see on the bottom here I have a TLR1 Streamlight light, just an added feature that I have on this particular weapon. But other than that, it is your standard Gen 5 Glock 19 weapon. So as we've taken it apart, we have the slide, the barrel, and we have the guide spring, and we have the frame, the bottom frame. So the tools that I have laid out here, we have a standard cleaning kit for the 357, 38, and 9mm caliber, which is all pretty similar. Cleaning rods, the bore scrub, and something else to help clean make sure the bore is smooth after the fact. Some cleaning tissues down there. We have bore scrubber, and this isn't a plug, but I do like the tools and cleaning items, and you can get some of this stuff even at Walmart, like Hops lubrication oil. Also the Hops brass cleaning tools, which comes with several different scrapers to help get into those hard to reach places inside the weapon that you can get to and clean. I also have a couple of cleaning brushes. This here is the nylon teeth, and this is the brass teeth. So Q-tips here to help with applying oils and also rubbing down some of those hard to reach places. So the first thing that we want to do when we are inspecting the weapon is we want to make sure that the frame is good, solid, and that there's no cracks or chips or nothing is loose. So we inspect the frame. You want to look along the inside here where the guide spring would go and where the frame actually meets the slide. You want to look down into the magazine well, make sure there's nothing inside the magazine well that's scraped up, full of debris or anything of that nature. You want to make sure all the other rails and attachments on the bottom of the frame are not cracked up, scratched up, or chipped. Now you'll see that some of them are dirty. There's some carbon buildup, but that's all right because we're here to clean that off. So put this down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to check the guide spring. We're going to make sure the guide spring is also nice and firm and that there's not too much slack inside of the spring as we move it around. We want to make sure that the ends of the spring are not bent, that they're not chipped, they're not scraped and scratched or nicked up. So everything seems fine there. Same goes with the barrel. We want to make sure that the barrel is smooth. We want to make sure that the muzzle is not chipped up, dented. We want to look down into the barrel, make sure we can see all the rifling, make sure there's no debris that's collected inside of there. Doesn't matter if there is, because we are going to be cleaning that out we want to make sure that we check the chamber, feeding ramp. Make sure that the feeding ramp there is nice and smooth. There's no issues. And the place where the guide spring actually rests on the barrel, we want to make sure that that is clean and there's no other debris in the way that will prevent the guide spring from being able to be placed on there properly. Next, we want to grab the slide. And as we grab the slide, we want to look inside, make sure that there's no scratches, no alterations. There's no extra debris collected inside of there. All the places where the metal from the slide, where it would reattach itself to the frame here, we want to make sure that it's all clean. And we want to make sure that we visually inspect and make sure that there's nothing hindering at all that slide being able to be put back onto the frame properly. So first thing that we want to do, we want to make sure that we grab one of these regular Q-tips and just kind of give it a good wipe down, starting with the frame. Just wipe it down. We're doing a basic cleaning. We're not doing a deep cleaning, just a basic cleaning of the Glock. Use the Q-tip and reach all down into the hard to reach places. Use the, see that? All that carbon buildup. Use the other side of the Q-tip. Just wipe it down real good. Try not to leave any extra Q-tip fibers on any of the attachments or any of the rail systems on the bottom of the frame here. It's the reason why I'm wearing gloves. See all that carbon buildup on there? The reason why I'm wearing gloves is so that I don't do a transfer. So make sure you clean that up. Wipe it down pretty good. Just a basic quick cleaning. That's all we're doing. Then we're going to set this weapon down. Grab another one of the Q-tips. I'm going to move to the slide and actually perform the same job. Take the end of the Q-tip, rub it along the side of the rail on the slide, all the way down. And on the other side, all the way down. Make sure we clean every aspect and angle that we possibly can. Just give it a good wipe down. Around that extractor pin right there, just wipe that up, clean that up. Around the ejection port, wipe that up, clean that up. Weapon down. Then we grab the barrel and chamber combination. Grab another one of our Q-tips. And this time we'll start along the feeding ramp. Just wipe along the feeding ramp. Feeding ramp is where the actual bullet gets fed into the chamber inside of here. And then as it gets fed inside the chamber, then it gets fired through the barrel, out of the muzzle. So we wipe down the inside here. All right. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get one of the cleaning rods. Go ahead and put it together. And I'm going to put, whoops, one of the cleaning, the bore cleaning, the copper bore cleaning attachment on the end of it. Grab the handle. And then this is important. When you get ready to enter through the barrel, you want to go the same direction that you fire. Okay? Don't go back and forth. Same direction as you fire. What happens is that these parts of the cleaning rod, teeth on here, the teeth on that, they will make contact with the rifling. See the spirals inside of there? They will make contact with the rifling inside of the barrel. And you don't want to scratch up the inside of the barrel because it'll ruin the integrity of the barrel and you'll start to have problems with your shots. So take this and just push it gently through. It will naturally spin itself all the way through. When it comes out, take it off. Put it back on. And I only run it through maybe twice. And push it in. After that, it has broken up any kind of carbon buildup or debris that may have been caught inside the rifling. And then that's why I use one of these. Just add it onto the tip. And then I run that through as well. See, the rule is when cleaning out the barrel of a weapon, you always go the same direction, not back and forth, same direction as you fire. And don't go reverse, just go the same direction that you fire. Pull that through twice. All right. Grab one of these. You should take another one of these here. What I like to do is thread it like a needle, like a sewing needle. Feed it through the eye, corner through the eye like such. And just pull it through like that. Just kind of pull it through like that. And see what I do with that. I run it through, just making sure that there's absolutely nothing left in there. Now this, I go back and forth because I'm barely touching the barrel. Okay? Making sure I got every single little piece of something out of there. Everything's gone. That barrel is nice and clean. Should look like that when you're finished. And then I take a Q-tip as a wrap up. Put the Q-tip right there on the spray nozzle. And what's important is what I do is I like to lubricate every part of the metal that touches other parts of the metal because I want to have smooth action. I want to make sure that my weapon system operates smoothly. Now, I started with the frame. Whenever I transition into lubrication, start with the frame. You don't want to over lubricate, and you just want to make sure that you're putting enough on there to give a little shine, but don't over lubricate because then when you shoot, the carbon buildup will become like gummy and you'll have like grease inside of your weapon and it'll cause malfunctions over time and it'll be harder to clean out. It just creates a bigger mess than it needs to be. So add lubrication to all the metal parts that touch the slide and all the other moving metal parts inside of there. Like you'll see that there's a spring. Let's see if I can get this to show. See the spring in there as I'm moving it up. Everything, so there it is. You can see the spring in there. And that spring, make sure I put a little oil down in there also. Okay. Okay. Then I grab the frame and do the same as such. Hit them sliding areas first. You'll see that even though you've lubricated and you've already wiped the carbon off of there, the lubrication will still pick up carbon because it's a moist substance. So you want to make sure that you put a little lubrication along the bottom of the frame, right around the inside. Just a little bit near the extractor pin. Okay. All right. Next thing you want to do is you got a little oil in your hands, just kind of rub it along the outside of the barrel. Kind of helps promote the the health of the barrel, not growth, but the health of the barrel and the integrity of it right around the muzzle. It's on the feeding ramp. It's another good reason why you should have gloves on because you would have all this transfer on your hands and definitely want to wash your hands, but it'd just be an extra added step. Even with still having some oil, lubrication still in my fingers, just kind of rub along the spring. I know some guys that actually spray the spring, but you don't want to, like I say, you don't want to put too much lubrication on the firearm because firearm does explosions happen in here. And when explosions happen in here, then you'll start to get the carbon buildup and the oil, grease, it'll turn into grease. It'll get mucky and you'll start needing other tools to be able to clean that out and prevent yourself from having malfunctions in the future. So the next thing to do, putting these things back together, you want to put you want to put the barrel back into the slide. All right, put the spring back on the slide. You want to make sure that put the barrel back on the slide, then put the spring back onto the slide by connecting it to the barrel like such. Push it so it's all the way down and flush. All right, like that. Should be seated properly. Next thing you do, again, the rails on the back, fit the rails on the back. So you want to line it up accordingly. Make sure you line it all the way up as it's lined up. There you go. Manipulate the slide a few times just to make sure that you work some of that oil down in there. And there you are. Basic, quick cleaning of Glock firearm, Glock 19. All right. Hope you all enjoyed. See you soon. Peace. All right. So we just went on ahead and we took care of the inspection and the cleaning. We did, like I said, quick inspection, a quick cleaning of the firearm. And I hope everyone learned something or was able to get something from this video. I didn't go too far in depth on how to clean. I kind of showed you all the highlighted spots that you need to focus on and what you need to be observant of. And like I said, Glock 19, but as always, we're going to make sure that the weapon is visually clear. All right. Always treat all weapons as if they're loaded, man. So this is Glock 19, Gen 5. This is my favorite firearm in the whole world. But all Glocks pretty much break down the same way. Not pretty much. They do all break down the same way, and they can all be cleaned the same way as well. So I hope that you guys were able, like I said, to receive something from the video and that you were able to take something away and that you continue to grow in your craft. Here at the Great Man Podcast, as always, we want you to train hard, train often, train properly, train safely, and peace.